Good morning everyone, and I hope you are all safe and well on this wonderful Wednesday morning. Today is day 9 of the Corfu Trail, my last day. From the mountainside village of Old Parithia to the most northern point of Corfu Island, Spyridonas Beach, also known as Agios Spyridonas, patron saint of Corfu. I spent the most amazing night in the mostly abandoned but slowly being rebuilt village of Old Parithia. I stayed at the Merchant House, boutique bed and breakfast, owned and run by David and Marika. My hosts were just simply divine. My room was stunning and the setting within the village unquestionable. Their generosity extended to my travel was unbelievable. I'm feeling a little bit emotional this morning, guys, as I do as I reach the end of another epic hike or adventure. But I've stopped in this little shaded area just here, just to record my first bit of personal content from my last day on the Corfu Trail. I've also stopped here because I've just been treated to the most wonderful, delightful view. You can just see the pathway there which I've come down. I'm currently descending down the lower slopes of the northern side of Mount Pantocrata, heading for the north coast of Corfu. And on that subject, just look behind me there. That is the most northern coast of Corfu, my friends, and that is where I'm heading today. The end of the infamous Corfu Trail. 9 days of solo hiking from Kavos in the south to the northernmost tip of what I think is now, without a shadow of a doubt, my favourite Greek island of all time. Just look at where I am. And again down there, you can see the single track. This is the old ancient byway from the coast to the village of Old Parithia. Imagine having to do this every day. This path was used for centuries before the tarmac road was put in place. What an amazing experience. So without further ado, my friends, I'm going to push on and head north. And as always, I will share with you every step of my journey. This is the ancient path upon which I'm currently descending. I'm just in a boulder valley. Just have a look at this. This massive man-made ravine. It's dry at the moment, and apparently it's dry for most of the year. After heavy rain during the winter months on Corfu, water cascades down this ravine. What an amazing place. You can see further up there, 12 o'clock to bullseye to 6 o'clock. Imagine what that must look like when the water is pouring down. What a place. It's almost prehistoric. Stunning. As you descend from the summit of Mount Pantocrator and the higher altitude, the olive trees slowly, one by one, become more abundant. Apparently they struggle at high altitude and prefer the gentle slopes of the lower lands. Some of these beautiful old trees are hundreds, some of them thousands of years old. Just here you can see that the olive necks are out, ready and waiting for the abundant harvest that is due to fall by nature from these trees. I've also seen the olive farmers shake the trees as well to release the olives, only to be caught in their nets. That's one big net. I'm guessing it's going to be one good harvest. Welcome back, guys. Day 9 on the Corfu trail. I'm 2 hours away now from Old Parithia, which is where I stayed last night. Once again, thanks to the owners of the Merchant House Boutique Bed and Breakfast, David and Marika. I've left the mountains behind. I've descended down the ancient byway through lush, dense woodland and through abundant olive groves. When I look behind me to the south, I can no longer see the mountains. But when I look to the north, which is the general direction from which I'm heading, I can see the north coast of Corfu. Just look at that! And in the far distance, you can see the high mountain ranges of Albania. What a sight! I set off at a few minutes after 11 this morning, in no hurry, having spent a lovely hour chatting to David and Marika. Oh my God. The Corfu trail appears to be well and truly in the bag, my friends. The Gillian Price guide states about 3 to 3.5 hours. I walk slightly quicker than the average hiker, so I'm reckoning maybe about 3 hours, 3 hours 15. But I also stop frequently along the way to take photographs and record content for you all. So maybe it will be 3.5 hours. It's just gone 1 o'clock now, so I'm guessing I will arrive at Spyridonas beach at about 2:30, 2:45, maybe 3 o'clock at the very latest. And from there I will decide how I'm going to get to Cassiope, which is where I'm staying tonight. And it's where my wife, Emily, and son Dylan will be joining me around midnight. I'm so looking forward to seeing these guys. Just look at that. What a sight to behold. So easy to see why they call Corfu the Green Island. Just look at this place. It's also hard to believe that outside the canopy of this lush woodland at the moment you'll find temperatures in the mid-30s to 40s. But the canopy is providing some shade and shelter from the blistering sun. What an amazing place. Corfu, the Green Island. Once you've begun, press my face to the back. All the pillars that stack and hold up the sun. In Greece and other European countries, the real estate agent charges both the buyer and the seller for the service that they provide, which I think is more than justifiable. Remax clearly have an offer going on here. The buyer pays 0% agent fee. Sounds a pretty good deal to me. So my friends, welcome back to day 9, final day on the Corfu trail, and look where I am. I've just reached the north coast of Corfu. Now my content or videography does not do the colour of that water justice. It's a shimmering turquoise. Just look where I am around lunchtime on a Wednesday. This is the north coast of Corfu, my friends. And hello from Life Begins at 50 and 462 days. According to the guide, I've still got about 1 hour of hiking to go before I reach the official end of the infamous Corfu trail. I wonder how many people get to this point and go, do you know what? This'll do. That's not me. But looking at this place, I can imagine quite a few people do. So my friends, why don't you just walk with me for a short while. Once again, I'm looking for a yellow way marker. It's pretty clear though, which direction I'm going. Certainly not heading back where I came from. We're certainly not crossing the ocean. And we're not ready to start heading inland again. So I guess we'll just keep hiking this sandy path until I find a way marker. I know I'm going the right way, but I've learned over the last 8.5 days that it's always reassuring when you spot a yellow way marker. Just have a look again at that. What a sight. And behind me you can see the mountain range of Pantocrata. I'll try and get it in line. 12 o'clock. There or thereabouts is the summit of Mount Pantocrata. That's where I was this morning. Just on the northern side in the village of Old Parithia. We've come a long way today. And we're almost there, my friends. Now, while I'm walking, and hopefully you're walking with me, I'm just going to take this opportunity to share some words of wisdom. Now, if you're sitting there watching me right now, thinking, isn't he lucky? Isn't he blessed? Doesn't that guy from Life Begins at 50 and 462 days live an awesome life? Well, you might actually be thinking that, and I don't blame you, my friends. I don't blame you one bit. Kalimera, Kalispera. I keep forgetting. Kalimera in the morning, Kalispera in the afternoon, until it's time to go to bed. So we're just crossing a bridge, a little inlet. It's a bit stinky, to be honest, so we'll move on. Where there's stinky water, you will usually find mosquitoes. So anyway, back to the words of wisdom. Once again, I'm trying to find a way marker. So, if you are watching me now thinking, I'm a bit of a lucky geezer, well, this has nothing to do with luck, my friends. I believe that there is no such thing as good nor bad luck. Just outcomes based around decisions and choices that we make. And I am here right now, as you are sat there watching me from wherever you are, because of changes that I made in my life. Last year, I finally got on with making changes to the things that I weren't happy with. I wanted to live a better life, a more spiritual existence, where my purpose was based around kindness, not egotistical greed nor avarice. So if you are sitting there thinking I'm lucky, you can also make changes, my friends. Don't blame me nor hate me for the changes that you choose not to make. Now, if that hits hard, I apologise. But the reason I am here is simply because of changes that I've made. In fact, I have less money now than I had a few years ago. So guys, this is it. I have officially completed the Corfu trail all the way from Kavos in the south to Spyridonas beach in the north. What an amazing experience. What a way to travel across and see the stunning green island of Corfu. It's been an absolute blast, an absolute privilege, and the people who I have met along the way have been nothing short of remarkable, inspiring, generous and kind. Behind me here is the chapel on the beach, which officially marks the end of the Corfu trail. Just behind me there is the infamous beach itself. There's the Northern Ocean at the northernmost point of Corfu. What an amazing place. And I think without further ado, my friends, this rather suntanned solo hiker deserves a cheeky mid-afternoon mythos. But before I do, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has helped me make this journey, this adventure possible. Costas, Thomas, David and Marika, the two hikers who I traded stories with along the way, all the people that I've said Kalimera and Kalispera to along the way, my unknown friends, safe travels and blessings to you all. I'm lost for words, which is quite unlike me, but I'm going to close this journey with a simple statement or two. I just want to say many thanks to everyone who's watched and followed me along the way. I want to say thank you to all of the Corfu Facebook groups for your kind comments and thumbs up and continued love hearts. And I will close with the statement which follows me everywhere I go when I travel and explore. And some of you may know what I'm about to say. Remember, nobody's getting out of here alive. So live life to the full, travel often, and be kind. Just when you think things can't get any better, I'm just going to leave that right there, my friends.
Yes, I'll come back to you, then I'll ask, what have we done under the sun?